Is it? I think it's on.
Okay. I feel like I'm being recorded.
I always feel like I'm being watched.
Yeah. I typically feel like I'm being watched. But, okay, so here we go. You want to do the intro?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Honks podcast, a very special edition of the Two Honks podcast because we are in the woods.
What's that sound?
I don't know. I think it's a babbling brook. Is that what they call a babbling brook?
Are you sure it's not a special effect and we're just pretending like we're outside for
Yeah.
our audience?
I'm pretty sure.
That looks real to me.
Somebody made a dam down here.
Somebody did the damn thing.
Somebody did a damn thing, and there is a dam down here. I was up at a separate camp spot a couple of minutes ago, and they seem like some people that might have built a dam down here.
We got some dam builders.
So I'm just going to blame them.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just going to blame them for building a dam.
Someone's got to do it, I guess, or whatever.
But essentially, I guess we just need to explain that after a very different intro and a different kind of sound quality going on.
Yeah,
here.
how's the sound quality? We're recording live from the middle of the woods here
Yeah,
with a portable handheld device.
we're not in the garage this time.
There are poops surrounding us.
Yeah, there are poops around here.
People are pooping in the woods, leaving toilet paper and all other kinds of
There is,
paper products.
but for some reason they're not pooping near the dam, so it's good to be
We're surrounded.
down here at the dam because
Yeah.
there's not as much poop as there is in other places around here.
We're living in it.
But we're gonna structure this episode a little bit differently.
We're just going to do a little different this time.
We're gonna do it a little bit different this time, and
We're on a birthday trip. Is that what's going on?
yeah, so it's my birthday.
It's Joe's birthday.
It's my birthday in like a couple of days.
Yeah.
Captain, my dog, was gonna be our guest,
Where'd
but
he go?
he took off.
Oh, okay.
He probably went back down to camp or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're probably gonna chat with some people that we're camping with. We're out here with my wife, and obviously Lamar's here. Our good friend Sasha's here. We got the kids she's babysitting, and some of their friends dropped off. There's a lot of kids.
There's a grip of kids out here. And let's
There's
be
a grip
honest,
of kids.
We do it for the kids.
We do it for the kids.
I mean, the podcast also, but
Yeah.
you know, this camp trip is about the kids.
This podcast is for the kids.
We do it for
too.
the kids.
We do it. It's all about the kids, you know. But yeah, I guess there's a couple of things we want to talk about, right?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we talked about the poop a little bit in the last episode.
A couple scandals. We got several response emails about last week's episode.
Yeah.
The oil thing. Everybody's kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy or whatever.
Yeah, but then we ended up, we didn't even plan talking about it, but we talked about poop,
We didn't plan on it, but it
and
happened.
that just received a massive response.
People just won't shut up.
They won't shut up about their poop, and they won't stop. So
Yeah.
we need to clarify, guys. We need to clarify. Stop sending us pictures of your poop.
When we said stop sending pictures of your poop, we actually meant stop sending the pictures.
We stop
Not,
sending.
oh, that's funny. Let's send them pictures of our poop because that's what they want.
Yeah, no, that's not what we literally stop sending us. We don't want it.
We don't want it. We don't like to see your poop.
To clarify, what we were asking for was for you to
What?
look at your own poop
Right.
and tell us what you saw in it. Did you see a past life? Did you get a good record of everything that you've eaten throughout your... That's all we were asking.
Use your brain and make words and sentences and
Yeah.
then send those to us. Don't send us the pictures of your gosh darn poops.
Stop sending us pictures of your poop. Don't want it.
We're not poop doctors, you know.
But anyway, this is gonna be a really fun episode. We might talk to some kids, see if some kids want to be on a podcast.
We'll see what's going on.
I mean, I'm gonna try and get Sarah on the podcast. I would love to have my wife on the podcast.
Yeah.
She has openly admitted that she has not listened to a single podcast episode.
Right.
And you know what? I don't blame her.
Right.
Because we're dumb.
We're stupid idiots.
So
yeah.
That's okay. But anyway, is there anything else you wanted to add to the intro of this episode?
I mean, we'll see what happens. I think there's going to be some cut and loose a little bit. There's going to be a little fire action going on later.
We're going to be cutting loose. We're just going to see what happens, and hopefully it's fun, and
fire breathing.
Most of all, it sounds good.
That's the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish people could see what we're looking at right here, because other than the poop we're surrounded by, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Oh, yeah, we also got some really great pictures for this episode, too.
We got some pics.
But you've probably already seen it if you clicked play on this episode.
Yeah,
so,
you've already seen it, so
whatever.
we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, that's part one. We'll give that a small year. We'll give it a year.
Okay.
All right, guys. So here we are on our camp trip. This is part 2 of the podcast. We're trying to set up a projector screen and a hammock. And the hammock has a really stupid design.
I hate it so far.
Wouldn't you say that you hate it? It's a really dumb design. So it's, instead of just like having really long straps that are just attached to it, it's like a little carabiner that's attached to this little tiny piece of
what is that, nylon or something?
yeah, it's like a nylon rope.
And what did you do that ruined everything about it?
So the problem is the design. The problem is not me.
The problem's not what you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is that
You're trying to feed a
little tiny little nylon rope into a giant piece of fabric right now.
You're pushing a 4-inch rope through, what is that, like a 45-inch span of robe-like tube.
Yeah. And it's a very slow going. Oh my gosh, here we go.
We're gonna get it?
I think I got it. All the way through.
This is pretty exciting.
That's not.
Don't blow it at the last second, because you'll have to do it over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Okay.
It was really funny. There was a child screaming just now, and I looked up thinking that it was my own child, and then I was like, oh, thank God it's not.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's always nice when it's not yours.
Yeah, it's nice. How does it feel for you all the time?
Feels
when
great.
That happens forever.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it for you.
I love it.
I'm almost there, Lamar.
You're not.
I'm almost there. Oh, and I got it through. Pretty massive design flaw.
So that was about
What?
15 minutes there to get back to where we
15
started.
minutes just wasted to try and like get back to where I started. Okay, so now we have it fixed.
All right, well, we're moving on now then.
There we go. Okay, so what's the make of this?
Let's give a shout
Sun
out.
Tea. Shout out to the people at Sun Tea. Fuck you. Your
you.
hammock
Stupid.
design sucks.
I hate you.
So yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys. So we've just
You want to explain what just happened?
yeah. So we just assembled a projector. Well, we didn't assemble a projector.
Well, first you fixed the hammock.
First
You broke it.
Well, let's be real. First I broke the hammock.
You fucked it up. Then you fixed it. You pushed 4 inches of rope with 2 fingers.
Yeah,
About 4 feet.
4 feet through a little alleyway of
You did a quarter round back blackjack and twisted
Yeah.
it up.
I had to do some quarter round back blackjacks and had to twist it up. Then I got it going again.
Long story short, everything looked doomed for a minute there.
Yeah,
The party was like not going to happen.
yeah.
And then we pretty much saved the day.
Pretty much saved the day, and now the kids are all right. So we're
Hammock.
able to do another 10 minutes here real quick.
And this is all for the kids. We're doing this all
We're
for the
doing
kids.
this for the kids. This isn't about me at all.
We basically came into the woods with nothing,
Yeah.
surrounded by poop, like we said earlier, and
Yeah.
we set up an entertainment system
Yeah.
in the middle of the woods.
Well, there you go.
So, you're welcome.
I mean, I know we got a lot of people out there wondering how we're going to get this this economy going back again.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we figured it out. I think we probably did.
Well, we just started a party.
I think we just figured out something massive.
We've uncovered a secret.
It's massive.
Massive.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're surrounded by poop. We wanted to talk about poop.
We didn't want to, but we did, and then we didn't want to do it, though.
Yeah.
Can we talk about these mosquitoes for a second? Because they're
Okay.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but they're everywhere now.
I'm getting bitten. But let me tell you a story about mosquitoes,
Yeah. Okay.
if I can. So when I was a young man, back in like 2009,
Okay.
so this is fucking like 100 million years ago.
Yeah, that was like
at
forever.
this point. But 2009, I went to this, they call it the Earth First Rondi. So Earth First is the name of this,
Sounds made up. Rondi.
but it's not made up.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of all things out of this podcast that are made up, this one's not made up. But Earth First is an anarchist group that they do a lot of protesting of like major corporations and stuff like that. But every
Okay.
year they have the Earth First Rondi, and the Earth First Rondi, otherwise known as a rendezvous. Rondi is just like
okay.
a short.
That's kind of like a hip way to say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool guys.
It's a place where people go to play music, to party, and then like throughout the day they do like workshops on like anarchist shit. And the best thing about going to a large anarchist gathering is that the police show up every single day.
That's the best part.
And the other thing that's really great about it is that people are really, really paranoid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And everybody thinks you're a cop if you've never been there before. Everybody's suspicious of you. So it's,
Sounds like a really great time.
yeah, really great. It's really tense
Uh-huh.
because I really like being really tense.
I love that.
And the thing that really took the cake of the whole experience was the fact that I didn't have any bug spray and I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes the entire time.
Yeah. You were just paranoid, freaked
It
out.
was, yeah, and getting eaten alive by mosquitoes the whole time. And I rode a little ride share out there. Some guy had like a converted short bus, and I thought it was just going to be like a party in the woods. And then it
You
wasn't
thought you
that.
were going to like a psytrance rave in the middle of the woods, and
Yeah.
it turned out to be like a paranoid.
Like the worst experience possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that bus was my ride out, and then that bus wasn't leaving until 5 days later. So it wasn't like I could go there, get freaked out, and be like, oh shit, I'm going to leave because my ride was leaving 5 days later.
Yeah.
So I basically just like had a really shitty time and got eaten alive by mosquitoes the whole time. So it's funny when every time I go camping, everybody's like, oh, these mosquitoes are eating me alive. I'm like, you don't even fucking know.
Yeah. With
You
your
don't know anything.
grizzled beard, just like
Yeah.
kids don't know anything.
Kids don't know anything these days.
Sounds like the worst rave ever
Yeah.
that you went to.
Yeah.
Was there even music at all?
There was music.
Yeah.
It was a lot of like folk punk,
Oh, okay.
And there was some pretty good musicians there.
Like
I got,
beat up acoustic guitars.
Yeah, I got to jam with a couple of people. It was fun.
Okay. Well,
There
that
was
sounds kinda
they
cool.
had like a big bonfire one night, and there was people playing. So it wasn't all bad,
Yeah.
but it was mostly bad.
Do they still do that? Is that something we could go to?
I think so. But I mean, just like be prepared for everybody to think that you're a cop because
Yeah.
you've never been there before.
I want to go there and pretend like I am an undercover cop, but like really subtly.
Yeah.
Like I'll like have like a wire, like
Yeah.
a fake wire, and have it like poking out a little bit, and like tuck it back in really quickly.
I think you'd get your ass kicked.
But I'll make it look like
Listen, like they take it really seriously.
I'll make it look
man.
like
They're-
it's an
They're
accident.
pretty intense.
Like it won't actually be a wire. It'll be like a piece of thread in my clothing or something. I gotta plan that a little bit.
But okay, so telling you that story gave me a thought about a thought I had the other day.
Yeah. A thought gave you
And
a
it's
thought.
it's literally just another story about my life.
Yeah. You're just full of stories.
Yeah.
You're a storyteller.
But it's a funny story. And I'll keep this one brief.
Okay.
Okay. So when I was again, a young man.
Yeah.
Early 20. I was 19, 20 years old.
You were punk rock.
I was
back
pretty
then.
punk rock.
You were punk rock.
I was punk
Let's be
rock as
honest.
fuck.
Yeah.
There we go. But anyway, so there was this place that did a open mic called Java Jungle in downtown Reno. And Java Jungle had the open mic every Monday night, and I also just like hung out there and drank coffee and just like talked to other punk rockers like myself.
Talked about how cool you were and how much the system sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mostly about how cool I was.
Yeah.
For the most part. But anyway, so every night there was always a fair mix of musicians and spoken word artists, and there was a handful of comedians that would come down there and do it too.
Yeah.
Not very many comedians.
I love comedians at open mics because they're always like, it's like it's hard. It's the hardest thing in the world to be doing stand up.
Yeah.
So it's like really fun to watch people bomb.
No, just like here's a microphone, now be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
That's great.
But like, so this is what happened. So I was down there and I played my set, and there was a girl that went on stage after my set, and I was like super attracted to her.
Yeah.
You know, I thought she was super cute. So I sat down. I remember distinctly sitting down at the table. I just wanted to see what her spoken word poetry set was.
Yeah.
But then at that moment, somebody else grabbed me and was like, "Hey, we're doing this thing outside. Come chat with us really quick." And I was more interested in that, so I walked away.
Right.
So I didn't even see what this girl's set was. So flash forward to several days later. I'm sitting in a burrito place that's about a block away from the Java Jungle. It's a Taco Del Mar there.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting with our good buddies Daniel and Aaron Sion. Mm-hmm. And we're eating our burritos, just chatting about whatever. And this girl walks in the front door.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have said anything to this girl. But first, this girl walks over to our table and she says, "Oh my gosh. Hey, I saw you play right before me at open mic the other night. You were really good. I really enjoyed your music."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you so much." I was like, I actually really enjoyed your spoken word poetry. I didn't hear her set.
You were just trying to
I was just trying to be nice.
You were trying to get one in so
I was
you could
trying
tie
to,
one on.
Yeah, I was trying to flirt with her.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said, "I really enjoyed your spoken word poetry," she goes, "I'm a comedian." And my dumbass 20-year-old self just goes, "Oh, I couldn't tell."
Like you thought she was actually being serious about something.
Because I glanced at her for a moment. I didn't even see what she did. I just assumed that she did spoken word poetry.
That's pretty hilarious in the context.
And then when she tells me she's a comedian, I just tell her I couldn't tell.
Yeah. That's really funny in this framing, but it also probably makes you a total asshole.
Yeah.
At the time.
His complete asshole at the time.
Oh, I thought it was just really beautiful poetry.
Oh, I thought it was just really great. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess maybe I laughed kind of, but
Yeah, it was like,
But yeah. You ever have those moments where you're just driving in your car alone and you just like randomly think of a super embarrassing moment?
yeah.
That was a moment I had the other day.
I've had several of those at open mics. I did a lot of that too around that age. Just I mean, I think I've forgotten most of them, to be honest, because they're so bad.
You just blocked them out.
So much cringe. It's like,
Yeah.
kind of awesome though. That's why I love open mics. It's just like, you see
Just trying to be such good friends.
such good friends.
Yeah.
You see people make like total asses themselves, but they have to be so like open and humble too. So it's kind of cool to see people like be that raw, you know.
Yeah.
But it is like hard too. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to do.
Yeah, there was one guy back in Reno that did spoken word every single night, and it was always 100% improvised.
Yeah.
His name was Steve Elegant. Shout out, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
What's up, Steve? But, yeah. He just improvised every single night.
That's pretty dope.
And it was always crazy and just, like, really dark.
Yeah.
It was like...
Well, it's troubled minds when you're that age.
Yeah.
When you're between, like, 11 and, like, 20, like, everything sucks.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's kind of an easy age to have a troubled mind.
Yeah.
You know?
And music's great for that, too.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, you know... Even if you're not aware of it, you're making something kind of cool from it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that doesn't
exactly.
suck. That's actually kind of cool. Like, everything sucks, but my song is good, so
Yeah.
my song about it sucks.
That's what I go for every single time.
Yeah.
Everything sucks, but I'm cool. So,
I mean, we're awesome,
yeah.
so
What are you going to do?
we're stupid,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, we're dumb. It's probably why we only got 4 downloads on the last episode.
We got like 400,000 on the episode,
Before that,
what was it, 15 or 14? And then on the next episode, we got 4.
4.
From 1,500,000 to 4?
I think Big Oil's in on it, man.
Yeah, I mean, is it a coincidence that we mentioned this conspiracy
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden
We only have 4 downloads.
are we blocked?
Did
Did oil cancel us?
What did you do, BP Oil?
Yeah, why don't we get you on the horn, BP? Why
You-
don't you be a guest on our show, Shell?
Shell.
Yeah, why don't you come on our show, Shell?
Shell. God. Shell.
Shell.
Shell. All right. Well, that's why we came out to the woods, right?
Yeah.
To clear our heads.
We're gonna come back with a serious game plan. First of all, we've already turned this party around.
Yeah, we've already turned the party
The party's
around.
raging, and we've stepped away here for a second.
We're going to go back in a couple of minutes. We're going to turn it around again. Look at this bumblebee over here.
We're gonna crank it up. We're looking at nature here, right in front
Do you
of us.
see that bumblebee right there?
There's a bumble. It's a fuzzy one too.
I love bumblebees, man. They're like super fascinating to watch.
I think they're like really important too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're important. I think it's like science or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what's not important? The piece of toilet paper that's hanging off of this branch.
I told you, we are literally surrounded by poop.
There's
and
so much poop.
paraphernalia,
I don't
if
see
you
it.
will.
I don't see the poop. I don't smell it.
I will be honest, I've seen a lot of paraphernalia.
It's definitely here.
Poop-phernalia.
There's a
So-
lot of poop here, for
Yeah.
sure.
I could feel it, I can tell
Yeah.
you that much.
Like somebody put some like orange ribbon, tied it up in a branch there. Do you think that's a marker for poop? Like, hey guys, I took a shit right here.
I want you to know I pooped
Or,
here in
hey.
2016.
I left a shit here.
Did you leave it? Did you take
They
it?
didn't take it.
Well,
They
didn't take it
obviously
with them.
left it.
I could still see it, so
Yeah. There you go.
probably left it.
That adds to the debate right there. All right. Well, anyway, I think
We'll
that
check
was,
back in a little
We'll
bit.
check back in a little
As
bit.
things progress,
Yeah.
and we're going to keep people abreast here.
We'll keep them abreast.
We
of the
want to keep
situation.
people abreast.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
The breast.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
All right.
The year.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay. We're on.
So we got a party going over here. We're going to take a step away for a second.
Got a real party going.
It's raging right now. Yeah, I went to a silent disco yesterday.
Yes.
It was pretty dope.
Yes. Silent disco.
It's kind of funny though. We were sitting in the grass, kind of just chilling with our headphones on, and one of my friends rolled up to our party there, and he was kind of out of it. He's kind of a spacey dude, and he was like, "Oh, hey, sorry, I just got back from Narnia," and I was like, we were all just like, "What? What's Narnia?" And he just kind of like was like shaking his head, like, just getting to his feet, you know.
Yeah.
And he kind of trailed off for a second. He was like, "Man, I could really use some mushrooms right now, or like acid." And we were like, "Whoa, yeah, that sounds kind of cool, actually. You know, we're at a party or whatever." And then we were like, "But what's Narnia? Where'd you go? What did you do?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was well, it's a strain of marijuana I smoked." We were just like, "What?"
Well, and we were also talking about that a little bit too, because like, it's like
Me and my friends like to smoke marijuana and get really high.
it's like those times that somebody says like, "Oh, I was working at the restaurant and a black person walked in." You
Yeah.
know? When they whisper the word black, it sounds more racist than if they just,
It kind of makes it weird.
But it also makes it weird that like marijuana, like, why would he want to hide marijuana?
I don't know. He whispered it like kind of. He
live
even
in-
looked around when he said it. He was like,
You live in Portland, Oregon, USA. That's
Yeah.
like the most legal thing that exists, you know?
I don't know. My grandma would do that too, and she's like obviously like she was older or whatever.
Okay. So
From like the 20s or something, but
I hate to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
we're walking up this road. Okay. We're walking up this road right now, and there it is. Okay, so you kind of see the road, the outline of the road. Right there.
Right there.
There's a group of campers right down here, and I accidentally rode my bike through their campsite. I mean, but they're camping right on the fucking trail, so people are gonna transfer through their little campsite.
Are they trying to party?
But like they looked like maybe they were
Already partying.
they were like partying or into something crazy. But we're gonna take a look right now.
We're doing some live journal investigation.
Turn off your light.
God damn it. This is live.
This is live.
We're live.
We're live right now.
Oh shit. Something going on down there.
They're down there.
I think they're raving down there.
I think they're raving, dude. There's flashlights everywhere.
Oh, foot.
Shit, dude.
God, there's flashlights. Do you think they're cops, dude?
I think they might be cops, dude. All right, let's go back the other way because that's totally not suspicious at all.
I think they might be cops.
Yeah, dude, I think they might be too.
I think they might be smoking marijuana.
Are you smoking marijuana?
My grandma would do that though. She'd say like, she'd be like, she kind of had like a Midwest accent. I don't know if I can do it. She'd be like, we had some really nice neighbors down there. That's a really bad accent. I can't do it. She was like, had some really nice neighbors. Cattywampus. She used that word a lot too. Cattywampus to us. She's like, they were a black couple, but they were really nice. But she grew up like in like a very racist time. So it's like, I mean, when the segregation was still.
Why do we have to whisper the word black? Like, if you meet somebody that is a black person, it's not insulting to say that they're black. Like,
right.
Am I wrong?
But would you say?
If you think that we're wrong, go ahead and shoot us a message. 2honkspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know if we're wrong for saying, hey.
Are we stupid?
I talked to a black man today.
But would you say a white man?
Is that okay?
Why do you have to stipulate, I guess, is what the question would be. Would you say, I talked to a white guy?
You know what?
Are black people saying that about white people? He was white guy.
Yeah. I don't even know, man.
Couldn't you just say person? I guess you have to say person. You can't even say guy anymore.
Well, maybe we should do it. Okay, so for the entire month, we should just purely, if we're telling a person a story about somebody else, we should clarify whether they are a black or a white person.
Every time.
Before.
Yeah. I was talking to a group of people. Yeah. 2 black, 2 white, 1 Latino. But then what if you're not sure?
It sounds like the setup for a really racist joke. Like,
this is like a movie from the 80s. There's 2 Mexican dudes. It's like Cheech and Chong or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Richard Pryor and fucking Gene Wilder.
Every single conversation that you have with anybody ever is just going to sound like a setup for a racist joke.
Yeah.
So maybe
or any
it's
movie
in
the 80s and 90s, like, let's get a black guy and a white guy together.
There's a car, dude.
Oh, fuck, we got a car coming.
God damn it.
Jesus, we better watch out, dude.
We gotta watch out, dude.
Maybe
it's Tom.
Do you think they want to party?
Do you think it's Tom?
I don't know.
Let's see if they're Tom.
We're doing a lot of sleuthing right now.
We're doing a lot of sleuthing right now. Sleuthing is important. I think it's Tom, dude.
They're slowing down.
I'm pretty sure it's Tom.
Do you think that they want to?
Dude, I think it's Tom. Look, it's Tom. It's Tom.
Can you be sure?
They're slowing down, dude. It looks like a Jeep, dude.
I think it's
Tom. Tom? It's Tom.
Tom?
It's Tom. Tom. Yep, that's a Jeep. It's Tom.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, this party just got started now.
Microphone right in his face. Come on, dude, let's go. This is investigatory journalism at its best. Here we go, dude.
Uh-oh, people are gonna bombard him. We gotta be the first ones.
We gotta get in there fast, dude. We gotta move quick.
Okay, we gotta beat everybody else there.
We gotta move quick. Really speed. Car on the left, right?
Okay.
Okay, hey Tom. What's up, dude? Tom, so we're investigatory journalism.
We're doing a live podcast here.
Why are you so different?
Why? Because I'm from the East Coast, man.
Yeah, well, but there's more. There's more. It's got to be more than that. Why?
Why?
You came all this way
Tom?
just for this interview, didn't you?
Yeah.
All the way here.
Right here at this very moment. It's important, dude. This is important.
What makes you so different?
What makes...
Probably my DNA makeup.
Your DNA makeup?
Yeah, I get it at Sephora.
You get it at Sephora?
Yeah,
How much you pay?
a couple bucks.
Did you wake up like that?
Is there like a preferred like retail salesperson that you go to? What's their name?
Maybelline.
Maybelline.
She's single?
Yeah. Is she born with it?
I think so. I think
so. Okay. Cool.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, there you have it.
Okay.
Now we know. Congratulations.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
That's
cool.
that.
That's that.
Okay.
Okay. So we're recording now.
Yeah, we're live again.
Okay, we're live again. So we need to draw some conclusions about tonight.
I mean, the party's still going.
The party's still going.
We stepped away for a sec because it's, I mean, honestly, a little bit like crazy. Like people, I don't know what.
Crazy.
I think people. I saw some people smoking marijuana out there,
Yeah, a couple of people were smoking marijuana.
and I saw some people drinking beers. I saw a couple people drinking soda.
Drinking soda.
Yeah,
They were drinking root beer.
it's lit. Okay.
And they were drinking Pepsi.
Yeah.
So, we talked to Tom. We didn't really get that many conclusions from Tom.
You know, he seemed a little bit like evasive when we
Yeah.
asked him why he was different. He was like, he smirked a little bit.
He didn't want to be present.
Yeah, it was like,
He just didn't want to be as aware as we are.
I get it. He just pulled in and we like chased him,
Yeah.
but still, like, don't be a little bitch. I mean,
But that's like his problem, you know?
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like he was being.
Dude, there's like a beam of light over there. Are you seeing
Yeah, I
it?
see it. Do you think it's from our party or?
Should we chase it? I'm going to turn on my flashlight here on my phone to see what happens.
Are you chasing a beam of light right now?
I can't turn on my flashlight because my light is being used by another app. I don't know what other app would be being used
Do you think it might be the moon?
by my light. I think is the moon an app?
Is there an app on the moon?
Is there an app for the moon?
We should look that up later.
Yeah. Will we have internet access?
There's no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. What can we conclude from our experiences right here right now? As we stand in this completely, like, let us draw a little scene for you. We are standing in the middle of a road.
Yeah.
There is no one around us.
There's that beam of light though on that tree.
And there's a beam of light coming from a tree over there.
One-
Well, it's gone now. I don't see it.
Well, this tree.
Oh,
is
this tree?
is illuminated.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be Squatch?
I think it's moonlight.
You don't think it's the sass?
Yeah.
We got some stars going on.
Yeah. We got some stars going on.
I'm a little bit spooked. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think we're all right. You know?
I feel like we're being watched.
Yeah. I think we're always being watched.
Yeah.
Do you think the government is out here right now?
I think that, well, we saw a Tesla flying above us earlier.
Yeah. I think Tesla is here, definitely. I mean, do you think the government is here right now?
Are you undercover for the government?
I mean, do you think the government might be here right now?
I think there's a chance.
I think there's a good chance that the government might be
You
here.
think there's a good chance?
Yeah, I think they're listening to our conversation right now. Government? Are you here? Government! Where are you, Biden? Yeah, he's a bitch.
Not responding does not mean that they're not here, because
It doesn't mean that he's not
if
here.
you didn't want to admit to it, you
How
wouldn't
about
say
you come out here and face me like a man, Joe Biden? I don't know. I'm ready for him.
Are you?
If he's hearing me, I'm ready for him.
What if he has a weapon?
I don't. He might.
I don't think
So-
I'm ready for him.
Well, maybe this is our conclusion. Maybe this is the conclusion we can draw from this podcast.
I don't. Okay.
Is
go
that
ahead.
this is the most psychotic podcast that we've ever created. It might be the most psychotic podcast ever.
Do you think it's because we're not in our home base? We're not have the luxury of our
Yeah,
our
we don't have
professional
the luxury
studio.
of our day-to-day lives, you know?
We're just out in the woods, like we're human
Yeah.
beings without a shelter.
We don't get to sit at a table in a warm and cozy garage.
And you know what?
You know?
We do this for the kids.
We do it for the kids.
I want people to remember that.
We're doing this one for the kids. You see this little beamer light right here?
I see a little beam.
That's a moon light, dude. Oh, dude.
Oh, there's the moon.
There's the moon.
Okay.
What would you call that? Is that a waxing crescent?
Is it a waxer or a wiener? You think it's a wiener or a wiener?
I think it's a wiener and a wax.
It's a wax wiener.
It looks like a fingernail. Little fingernail clipping.
Yeah, it's about a croissant shaped moon.
Yeah, croissant.
Looks like a waxed fingernail.
I think it's a waxed fingernail croissant shaped moon.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it, Joe Biden?
Just keep pretending like he's here.
Yeah.
Just in case he
Oh,
is.
he is here. Biden.
Biden.
You even know what you're doing? Biden?
I think I turned the volume up too high on this. We blew it.
Did I blow it out?
I think we blew it out.
I blew it out. Oh, gosh.
I think we have to redo everything now.
I'm sorry.
Actually, I can fix it in post.
You can fix it in post?
No, probably not. But
You think we can keep this?
yeah, we could blew it out.
I think we can keep it. But, okay.
So the government may or may not be here
Yeah,
listening to us.
Yeah, but when we post this on the internet, they're definitely going to listen to it.
Oh, they're gonna be like, now they're gonna be all over us.
Well, yeah, and that when they send me an email and be like, I want to talk to Joe Biden. I want to know what's going on with him. That's what I want to know. You know?
What's that thing in the sky over there? That line moving. Do you see that?
Yeah. I do.
That's moving. Like it's almost gone now. That was weird.
Yeah, it's moving. Whoa.
It was like a whole line of stars. Was that a fucking Tesla thing? Like an Elon thing? Like a chain? It was like a chain of stars.
I've never seen something like that in the sky before.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Do you think that was the government?
I think it was the government. I think Joe Biden heard us talking about him. He was like, hey, put something out in the sky.
You see how they went away from
Right
us because
there.
they're scared?
You think Joe Biden's going to listen to this podcast and be like, oh my God, they're on to me?
They saw me.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, whatever that was.
I mean, we thought our last podcast was pretty out of left field, and here we go again.
I got a little spooked when I saw that. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
I don't know what that was either.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You know what, listeners? I wish you could be here right now. Because there's just so much going on.
This party, oh, there's somebody coming. Oh, foot. God damn it.
All right. Well, maybe we wasted everybody's time.
Hey, but we saw that weird
We saw that weird light
thing.
that nobody else gets to see.
I saw it. You saw it.
But we recorded us talking in the moment that it happened.
Is somebody coming in here?
I mean, I hope not.
Is that the
I
government?
don't know who they are. Oh, that's Sasha. It's Sasha.
I think the government's here.
I think the government, Joe Biden's coming up to the campsite.
I think that's Joe Biden in a Cadillac, dude. The hell?
Think you know what's going on, and then Joe Biden rolls up in a Cadillac to your campsite,
Looks like Joe Biden's shutting down our party.
shutting it down.
All right, well. Do a mini yurt till next time.
Yeah, we'll give it a yurt, a mini yurt.
We'll do a mini yurt.
We'll do another one in the morning here.
Okay. It's the next day.
Yeah. Following day.
We had a real full night of activities there.
Yeah.
Well, can we just briefly talk about, we saw this strand of lights in the sky.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Joe Biden and his crew.
Yeah.
And then we got back to camp after that happened, and we recorded it while it
Yeah.
happened. And we saw more stuff in the sky.
More stuff. And it literally looked like a line of about 60 or 70 satellites that were all going off at the same time, at the same speed.
Yeah, they're all like connected or whatever.
Yeah.
So we know Joe Biden's involved here, but do you think
Yeah.
it's also like the Tesla dude or whatever?
I think Tesla might have something to do with it.
They've got a hand in it.
Elon Musk has been very public lately, you know.
Yeah.
He just did SNL.
Now he's sending
Satellites,
Biden over our camp zone.
He's working with Biden, sending satellites into the sky.
We saw like 70 literally just streaming by.
Do you think they were doing it to mess with us?
I think they heard we were doing a podcast out here in the woods and decided to rain on our parade.
Yeah, they don't want us to tell the truth.
Yeah, well, we brought up it's the oil thing. Now they think we're like a political blog thing now because we talked about one thing.
Yeah. Well, and that's why we had to change the sound quality of this episode. We couldn't just bring all the high quality stuff because we gotta, we love sound quality, but we gotta keep ourselves protected. Right?
We're off the grid right now. This is not Bluetooth. We don't have internet out here.
Yeah, there's no internet.
Somehow they still know.
Right where we're at. Like, are they watching my text messages?
Yeah.
I think they might be. I'm not sure.
Sure. We go to great lengths for this podcast to uncover the truth.
Yeah.
And, this is a comedy podcast. I don't know if people have really even realized that.
Yeah.
Like your stand-up thing, we're spoken word.
Yeah, we're more spoken word kind of guys.
We are spoken word, but it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Also.
It's also very funny.
And we do this for the kids.
We do it for the kids.
So
this is a podcast for the kids.
That's the main thing, When I vote, there's an election coming up. I wrote in the kids. On my every single thing that there was to vote for.
Yeah.
The kids.
I'm just voting for the kids.
I vote for the kids every time.
Hey, if you make decisions for the kids, if you choose the kids, you'll never make a wrong decision.
Yeah.
Got some cars coming down.
A couple cars here. It's probably just Joe Biden's entourage.
A couple of jokes going on over here.
So what do we learn here? The government's watching us.
The government's watching us.
They don't want us to help to do this for the kids.
They don't want us
for some reason
to tell the truth. They don't want us to do it for the kids.
Yeah.
And I think Joe Biden's in that car.
Yep.
Pretty sure Joe Biden's
prosthetic
in that car.
disguise. Isn't really fooling anybody.
Yeah, but I'm glad that they got a good look at us. We're not going away.
We're going to keep doing these podcasts.
So, if you're listening, Joe Biden, if you're listening, Joe Biden, we're not going to stop.
Yeah.
We're not going to stop until the truth comes out.
We're not going to stop. And
Tell us what you're doing in space, Joe Biden.
Yeah, we'd like to know what's going on. We can't see
What's
real
your
good.
business in space? I thought you were the presidency of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Worry about the United States of America, you idiot.
Stupid or something?
Trying to mess with space.
We did.
What are you trying to be the president of space?
Nobody voted for that.
Nobody voted for that. I can't have that.
We're not going to have it.
Yeah.
We had discussed briefly working in a review of running.
Yeah.
This podcast episode, we were going to run and then just kind of give our review of it and see what it's all about, if it's worth it.
Yeah.
What it's like.
But then we changed our minds.
Then we woke up and we were like, I don't feel like running today.
Yeah.
So we're going to save it.
We're going to catalog it. There's too much important stuff happened here.
We didn't plan on having such a close encounter with Biden.
Yeah. I was just trying to set up a projector and a hammock.
We were trying to have a little party out here.
The kids could have a little bit of fun.
For the kids.
Because I voted for the kids.
We wanted to have a fun time with the kids, and Biden had to come and ruin everything.
Yeah, Biden just messed it up. Another great vacation ruined by Joe Biden.
I will say I had 2 really excellent poops out in the wild today.
I had one. I had a good one.
That was a real highlight for me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it was a good time.
I feel like it's better in nature than it is at home.
Yeah.
It just feels more natural.
That's how we've been doing it for millions of years, right?
Yeah.
Billions of years.
Billions of years.
We've been pooping in the woods like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that nothing negative comes from this podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get
I'm gonna post it. I don't.
Hopefully we get more than 4 downloads, because obviously
Yeah.
Joe Biden's trying to stop us from telling the truth. He's trying to stop people from downloading our episodes. So
Yeah.
if you're a listener of this podcast and you've received an email from Joe Biden recently, go ahead and shoot us an email to honkspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what he's saying to you.
Let us know, and if you are listening, tell a friend to listen too, because they're probably gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we're doing some pretty cutting edge stuff here.
We're just trying to save the world.
We're pooping in the woods out here with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So
Who else do you know that's doing
how
that?
many other podcasters are doing these things?
How
Come on.
many? That's what sets us apart.
For the kids.
It's for the kids.
Do you care about kids? God.
It's all for the kids. But anyway,
Well, yeah. Thanks for listening.
thanks for listening, guys. I think we should give that a year.
Let's do it, Yurt.